On January 30th of this year, to my surprise, I was able to book 2 nights in Curry Village for June 12th and 13th. But on Monday, the week of my reservation, I got a phone call that says my stay was canceled, so instead of going to Yosemite, I was getting a full refund. But the next day, I received an email stating that Yosemite was opening on the 12th and confirming my reservation for the 13th only. Knowing the length of our trip was cut in half, we were going to have to hustle if we wanted to see as much as we could. And approaching the park on Highway 140, the lack of tourists was already noticeable. And after not paying because the registers were down, we were finally back in Yosemite. And don't worry, we paid them when we left. We blocked traffic to do it, but we did it. If you're staying in Camp Curry, that means you have to drive the entire length of the valley from El Capitan, past Yosemite Falls, and all the way down to Half Dome. Once we checked in, it was time to relax. Seeking a substantial dinner, we rode to an almost empty mountain room, had some adult beverages and a salad, and then over to the base camp eatery for burgers. And don't worry, we passed on the charcuterie. Then it was a quick night ride back to Curry to shoot some stars. The next morning, we were back on the bikes early for the ride to Mirror Lake. Oh, and the ride down from Mirror Lake is so much fun. Coming down the hill from Mirror Lake, you go right underneath Royal Arches. Crossing the valley, we made a brief stop at the visitor center and had a pretty good look at Yosemite Falls. The trail to the falls was closed, so this was as good as it was going to get. After buying a bandana and a t-shirt, it was time to ride back to Curry and get on the road. Oh, and I almost forgot. No trip to Yosemite can be complete without stopping at the famous Tunnel View.